All right, give me just a second.
There aren't establishment responsible Republicans that are riding to our rescue. The mainstream media isn't riding to our rescue. There's no oligarchs riding to our rescue. It is up to us.
What's going on out there, peeps?
Us.
Yes, all is
Now,
well. Thank you for asking.
when I gave this warning that we are in the middle of that totalitarian takeover, one of my colleagues said, well, you know, be careful. You don't want to scare people.
It's
but
kind of detailed,
you guys can
I
handle the truth, right?
Everybody did, and yes, I was able to save the
You
house.
guys deserve the truth,
I hope
right?
that goes through some very, very stressful situation.
The truth is that Donald Trump is the most corrupt president in the history of the United States of America.
You guys hearing everything okay?
The truth is that he is enacting a detailed step-by-step plan to try to destroy all of the things that protect our democracy: free speech, fair elections, an independent press, the right to peacefully protest. But the truth is also this: he has not won yet. The people still rule in this country.
People got nerve.
And today,
There's
all
Biden that went
across
after
America,
censorship.
in numbers
Trump's not
that
censoring
may
anybody.
eclipse any day of protest in our nation's history, Americans are saying loudly and proudly that we are a free people.
He's actually a senator,
we are not
believe it or
a
not.
people that can be
from
ruled. Our
Rhode Island,
government is not for sale.
The irony of the crap that these guys
Now,
say, the Democrats,
I want to be
when they were the ones
honest
that did
with
the
you about what's
censoring, when
going
they
on,
were
and
the
you
ones
know
locking
it.
up
As
your
we stand
political
here
opponents,
today,
when
the
they were the
government is
ones
shut
locking
down,
up
and
protesters.
shutdowns are painful.
I mean, look at the
They
January
hurt
6th
people. And frankly, that's why there was not a single government shutdown
shot, hit the
when Joe
like button,
Biden was
please.
president
I sure
and
would
Democrats
appreciate it.
were in charge of Congress. Because we acted like
Come on, guys,
adults,
let's
we
go to the
negotiated
inside
with
the,
Republicans, we
watch
found
it. Let's hit
common
the like
ground,
button
we
real quick.
kept the government open. But today, Trump is telling Republicans that they shouldn't even show up in Washington, D.C. The House Republicans have been on an unplanned vacation from D.C.
These guys
for
were
5
out
weeks.
of Washington for 3 years. 3 years.
And there's a couple reasons for that. First, they're trying to cover up for rich billionaire pedophiles.
These guys
But
are
second,
pedophiles.
because Trump does think that he's a king, and he thinks that he can act more corruptly when the government is shut down. But he cannot.
You
He
guys
doesn't
can hear me,
have
is that right?
new powers,
You guys hear me?
extra powers in a shutdown. The President of the United States, during a shutdown, or even when the government is open, does not have the power to send
Can you guys
masked
hear me
men
okay?
into our cities and pull off the streets our peaceful neighbors and throw them into the back of vans and into prisons. He never has that power.
I gotta go check that
Whether it's a shutdown or not, the President of the United States does not have the power to use the FCC and the Department of Justice to censor our speech, to tell us that we cannot
Blah, blah, blah.
speak truth to power when we are protecting our democracy. He never has that power. And let me just say that I'm very
I can hear
proud of my
myself.
Democratic colleagues who have
guys
drawn
can
a
hear me?
line
Is
in
that
the
right?
sand. And let me just speak for myself for a moment about this shutdown. I will not vote for a budget that throws millions of people off their health care just to pay for a tax cut for billionaires and corporations.
Let me try it again.
And I will not vote for a budget that doesn't put some serious checks on President Trump's destruction of our democracy. In fact, no Democrat has a moral obligation to vote for a budget that just pays the bills for Donald Trump's political witch hunts. So this is a moment for the people who work with me in this Capitol to draw a moral line in the sands. And this is a moment for all of you to stand up and speak up. Listen, President Trump thinks that he can bully us into silence. He thinks that he can intimidate us into sitting this fight
Oh,
out.
louder than me. Okay.
But judging by the number of people here today, judging by the number of people standing up all across this country, he thinks he can silence us, he thinks he can bully us, but he cannot and he will not. And the last thing I want to say to you is this. It's a simple thing. I get it that when you wake up in the morning, like me, you are filled
All right,
with
how's that? Is that a
anxiousness,
little
with
bit better? Can you guys
anger
hear me
about
now?
what is happening in this country. But I also want you to feel something else. Because this experiment, 250 years in, this bold, revolutionary experiment of self-governance in a nation that is a melting pot, where we are stronger because our differences from each other, right?
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
That it has lasted for this long. And every single one of us needs to understand that when we wake up every day, we have
Oh, you
an
can hear me. Wow.
obligation, a duty, a
Let's see here.
responsibility to fight hard to protect that bold experiment. So I wake up every day filled with that same anger and anxiety. But I feel lucky that I am on Earth at a moment where I can stand up on my 2 feet and have something to
see if I can
say
make this adjustment.
about maybe the most defining fight of our lifetime to protect American democracy from ruin. I feel anger and anxiety, but I frankly feel joy that I have something to say and that I can tell my kids and my grandkids that when the moment came, I stood up to protect and save American democracy from ruin. And so you got a lot of awesome speakers here today. I heard a rumor that a guy named Bernie Sanders is in the house. I understand the role that I play. I'm just the opening act for Bernie, all right? But listen, I'm super proud of being here with you. I'm optimistic. I'm bullish about our ability to win this fight, and it's because 400 years ago, in the small but mighty state of Connecticut, we wrote down on a piece of paper a really simple idea. In America, the people rule. In America, there are no kings. Thanks, Washington, D.C. Appreciate it. Go out there and fight for our country.
All right, that should have worked better. Is that better? I turned me up.
Warm No Kings welcome to Mehdi Hassan, founder and CEO.
You guys can hear me now?
In chief of the new media company Zateo.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, my name is Mehdi Hassan. I am a
There you go.
journalist.
Thank you.
I am
If
a
it's too loud, let me know.
journalist.
I turned myself
I am
up.
a Muslim.
But this particular watch that we're this particular
I am everything
stream that we're
Donald
watching
Trump
is loud.
loves. I am the Trump trifecta. I'm also a bit of a socialist. But
Oh man, dude, it's insane how much the socialists are taking over America. It's insane. It's not just that guy Ben Dowie from New York. There's this guy here, and there's another guy in Minnesota. Why the hell are they cheering on? You know what? Our generation from the 80s, you wouldn't even talk about socialist and communism because you get your ass kicked.
All week, I've heard Speaker Mike Johnson and Republican members of Congress say that this rally, the No Kings rally, is
No, I hate America rally.
a hate rally. The people who can't get through a single day without hating on late-night comedians and overweight soldiers and Muslim politicians,
Overweight
and
soldiers?
Mexican immigrants and Palestinian refugees and black women and transgender kids and peaceful protesters.
Yeah, this
and
is
Mr. freaking Potato Head, they are lecturing
I'm gonna switch to watch Mark.
on hate? Really? I'm not here out of
They can't even control their own speakers.
I'm here out of love.
All right, you guys, you might see a black screen for a little bit, but I'm gonna switch to an actual march.
In finance reform. I love that sign because I think a lot of things are being lost. Donald Trump, I mean, many would say is probably the most corrupt president we've had. He's already increased his net worth $3 billion.
He's got competition when it comes to corruption.
$3 billion. That's
I mean,
because of his
attract
social media
leaders
platform.
who actually want to govern the country. You want to be a
But he
billionaire?
had that
you
before
go
he
into
became president.
finance, or you sell shoes. If you want to run the country, you don't necessarily
So
want
this is the
financial
I Hate
reward.
America
We
march.
need people like that.
You have to be 65
Can I
years
ask
or
you,
older, I
'cause
guess.
Under Trump, everything kind of gets forgotten real quick, but it should be a scandal. Remember, he gave the keys to the government to Elon Musk. He handed the keys to the government to the world's richest man,
No, he
who,
didn't.
based on reporting, kind of stole data from Social Security, other agencies, gutted,
Look how they word it.
gutted
Kinda
government
stole
agencies
data.
that
No,
were
they didn't.
earmarked for Congress. What are your thoughts on the fact that Trump has handed the government essentially to oligarchs, plutocrats, and big tech?
Is it going to have
I
Pepsi
don't
glass
think
around them?
it's
Yeah.
good. I
Of
think
course they
it's
will, because
very
they learned their
bad.
lesson
To
after
me,
what happened to Charlie Kirk.
The abrogation of
Look at
privacy.
there's a lot of
is
these people
big
trying to
deal.
relive their hippie
But an
days,
even
man.
bigger
Seriously.
deal is the dissolution of a real federal agency that's responsible for what happens. It's the irresponsible delegation of power that I think is the worst part of it. That's where we're going to suffer the most. You know, I'm not really concerned if Donald
No,
Trump
it's only
knows what
because the
toothpaste I
main
use or what
mainstream media
doctors I see.
is lying
I really
to the
don't
public
care.
about what it is that
I
Trump
care
is
that he
doing.
knows enough
And
about
this is
the
why a
world
lot of these people
to,
do what they do. I learned this lesson
sway
real quick.
public opinion enough
Subjects
to
and
change facts
things they
about the
should hear
government.
about,
And that's what's happening.
they don't hear about.
You know, speaking
Because
of
the
campaign
mainstream
finance
media
reform,
doesn't
all that,
cover it.
I mean, the bottom line is both parties are taking a shit ton of money from corporations, special interests. It's always a
Turn those
race
guys
to
down
how
just a
much
little
money
bit.
could be raised for presidential elections, Congress, Senate. And
Appreciate
we
having you guys
basically
here.
We have a Supreme Court that instituted Citizens United, which allows basically oligarchs to buy the country, buy elections. I mean, you kind of get lip service. You kind of get lip service from the other side that we need to stop money in politics, but they keep taking money from big tech.
Oh, I don't
big
care
oil,
what political
big
side
banks,
you're on. They're not
etc.
going to stop
Can you
taking
kinda
money.
talk to me
That's
about
how these guys
the other
become
side?
millionaires.
As far as I can tell,
The only way you're going to be able to stop that is term limits
the
for everybody.
congressmen and the senators and many people in the ranks, higher ranks and lower ranks.
Because the longer
They all
they're there, the
are
more
after
corrupt they
money.
become. You got a lot of
And
career
as I
politicians.
understand it, maybe
Nancy
this is
Pelosi.
apocryphal, but if someone runs
Chuck
for an
Schumer.
office and has a campaign fund and
Yeah,
doesn't
these people
spend
are
all
not
his
going to
money,
cut off the
he can use,
money
he or
train.
She can use that money to send the kids to college. And there ought to be a better system than that. We're an advanced economy, and we have advanced social thinkers who can figure out a better way to handle our governance. I mean, I'm a firm believer that the government derives its legitimacy from the assent
What gets me
of
is
the
why
people
more
governed.
Americans
They
aren't
have
marching
to-
like
they have
this
to
against
cooperate and
socialism.
agree. That's not happening. And it's not happening with the governed either.
These people are
The ones who
organized, and there
governed
is a shit
don't
ton of
seem
money
to
being poured into
listen
these
very
marches.
much. And that, why not? Because they're listening to other voices. Money speaks, but it doesn't have to speak so loudly.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? I saw your Zoran sign, so I wanted to. So we got a Zoran supporter out here. We should remind you we're in New York City, so there's a big mayor's race going on. There was a debate the other day between Zoran Mamdani, Andrew Cuomo, and Curtis Sliwa. Ironically, Curtis Sliwa somehow came off more sensible than Andrew
is
Cuomo.
more
but
sensible.
That's another story. I wanted to bring up Zoran in all this because I think a big thing happening here. Trump is distracting from the fact that economically, so many people are suffering around this country. Healthcare, groceries. He ran on lowering prices. Prices have stayed the same or gone up. Can you talk about
I've seen
why
some
you're
lowering in
supporting Zoran
food and some
also
have
the
not
fact that
changed
the
at all.
president seems to
I
be
think right now
distracting
Trump's
from the
too
economy
busy
scene.
handling,
Because Zoran
you know,
is addressing
to
issues of
stop
affordability, and
conflicts,
that's what most people are dealing with in
stop
this
the
country.
Gaza war.
Is a lack of
Although
affordability.
there's a little bit of
Doesn't
conflict
matter
going
what
on over
political
there in
party you are,
Palestine,
what part of the
but
country
it's
you're
between
living
tribes.
in. Everybody's suffering on one level or another, except for the billionaires and multimillionaires. And Zoran's
Why would the
campaigning
billionaires
for
and
us,
millionaires
for the people,
suffer?
to
They're
address
billionaires and
affordability
millionaires.
issues. New York has gotten to be a ridiculously
They
expensive
try to
city
act like
live
it's
in.
Trump's
It's
fault that they're
unaffordable for
enjoying
many
life
people, and he's
because
addressing
they're
those
billionaires
issues.
and
You know
millionaires.
something that really angers me? You have all these people on cable news, in the media, politicians saying, well, how are you going to pay for free buses? How are you going to pay for cheaper groceries? I don't hear anyone saying, how is Trump paying to send Argentina $40 billion for a bailout? How is Trump spending? We're spending like $250 billion or something on ICE. It's more than other countries' military. They seem to only care about
Yeah,
making
but
the
their
paper
job,
things that helps
but
working
ICE
people.
is actually doing a job.
Exactly.
We're not stealing
right.
hundreds
answered
of
your
millions of
That answers
dollars
the question.
overseas for like sex change
Lastly,
operations.
can you kind of talk about
You
the
know,
broader
gay
progressive
Sesame
movement
Street,
here?
shit like that.
Obviously, Zoran,
He's using it
a lot of people think
domestically.
he's a master communicator. He's not taking the bait. You know, they're trying to brand him as anti-Israel, pro-Hamas, all this stuff.
No, he
If
is
Zoran
anti-Israel,
successful,
pro-Hamas. He already said it
what's
himself.
the lesson learned for the progressive movement, other progressive candidates?
That they need to learn how to campaign like he does. They need to learn how to communicate like he does.
Man, they're praising a socialist. Anybody here born in the 60s that remembers the 80s, how anti-communist this country was? I mean, we had Red Dawn movies, you know, all these I hate communist movies. And now look at what our nation has become. It's slowly but surely sneaking into this country and is doing it successfully.
Do you have a message for Hakeem Jeffries, the House leader of the Democrats, who seems allergic
The dollar
to
store
endorsing the
Obama,
Democratic nominee, Zoran?
Timu Obama.
If Jeffries and Schumer can't get behind Zoran and support their own party's candidate that won the primary, they need to step aside and resign.
No,
and
they
let
better
other people,
resist
younger
like
people
hell.
take,
They
the
need to
leadership
stop
position in the
letting
Democratic
the
Party that will support the
craziest
agenda that the
left-wing,
people in this city
crazy
voted
people
for.
in their political party
What's your name?
control them.
Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. Status Quo on YouTube. We're an independent outlet. Absolutely. So, yes, he said good questions, by the way. I want to point out.
Turn the other way so we can see how old the crowd is.
Because if they don't get on board with Zoran right now, and he loses, I think he's going to win. But you never know with the fuckery that goes on in politics. If he loses, don't come crying in 2028. The Democratic Party. Do not cry and bitch and moan and tell people unite.
If the Democratic
If the
Party
corporate
can keep
Democrat
Zoran
wins,
from winning,
if the
that would
progressives
actually
tell
be
you,
a
"Go
good
fuck
thing for
yourself,
them.
we're not
You do
uniting
not
with
want
you,"
a socialist
because you
running
didn't
of
support
all
Zoran
cities, New York.
Mamdani. You cannot say, well, yeah, maybe I'll endorse it, maybe I won't, and then tell progressives to unify with a corporate Democrat candidate.
Okay, you guys, just so you
You're
understand,
either-
every time
it's
you hear
either
the
unify
term
across the
progressive,
board or
substitute
not.
that word
I
with
digress.
communism, because that's what it
Reminders,
is.
smash that like button,
They
share
call it
this like-
progressive
You know how many
the
people are
candy
watching
coat
the show?
communism.
I hope there's a lot of people watching, but please smash the like button, share this live stream. Super chats are welcome. We really could use help. To be clear, if you're new
Yeah,
to Status
super
Quo,
chats are welcome.
We are one of the few, no kings. We are one of the few actually independent outlets in the United Corporations of America, reporting on the ground, in the trenches, covering what the corporate media covers up. Let me say that one more time so you can see the bags under my eyes. I haven't slept in 2 months because my 5-month-old son will not sleep. That's another story. Love
Mine's
it, though.
from dealing with this
We
freaking
are
mortgage
the
company.
only independent outlet in America, in the United Corporations of America, covering what the corporate media covers up. We are not out here just for big protests. We covered over 200, let me repeat, over 200 anti-genocide ceasefire protests. We have been in New York City covering the ICE raids and terror. We have been in D.C. covering Trump's
ICE raids and
takeover
terror.
of Washington,
We
D.C.
voted for
We
this.
have been in Chicago for the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Not cheap to be on the ground for 3 weeks. Covering, I don't know what you call it other than an invasion. Trump's invasion of Chicago. They're brutalizing unarmed protesters. They're shooting tear gas. A baby, a newborn
This
baby
is a high.
with tear gas
This
the other day.
absolutely is a
Check
I
it
hate
on our
America
channel under the videos
march.
tab. They literally have ICE and Border Patrol looking like they're in a game of Call of Duty.
Or you
They're
can call it the
shooting in
over
snipers'
65
positions
watching
at
club.
Unarmed protesters.
The over 65 marching
We
club.
have
There you
also
go.
gone to Florida to cover Trump's torture camp known as Alligator Alcatraz, where they are taking
See, look how they
prisoners,
talk, torture camp?
handcuffed, and putting them outside in the heat for hours with no water.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
They are
Listen to this
abducting
nonsense.
not just
He's
immigrants,
right.
but U.S.
They put them out there
citizens across
in
the country.
outside
And we
and with
covered
no
it
water.
across the
Yeah,
country.
okay.
We also covered the L.A. ICE raids. Look at the cute doggy. We also covered the L.A. ICE
Look
raids.
how old
where our
this
reporter,
crowd is.
Tina Desiree Berg,
Look how
got
old they are.
shot
Seriously.
by rubber bullets. And let me tell you, you get shot by a rubber bullet, you think, oh, it's rubber, no big deal. If you get shot by a rubber bullet at point blank range, you could get seriously hurt or die.
Well, the
All
lesson
of this
is
costs a
don't
lot
do
of money.
anything stupid
And
to
I
get
will
shot by
not
rubber
beg
bullets.
Wall Street. I will not beg the Big Pharma. I will not beg. the
Yeah, there's
fossil
tons of
fuckers.
lies.
I will not beg Big Ag. I will not beg Big Tech, but I will beg you, the people. Support us. Statuscoup.com/join for as low as $5 a month. Unless you're depending on CNN to tell you the truth. That ain't, you're going to be waiting a long time.
Oh, it's funny
Unless
now
you're
they're
depending
attacking
on MSNBC
CNN. I
to
don't know if
tell
you
the
guys have been
truth.
paying attention,
Sorry.
but all of a sudden
And I know
CNN
there's
has
a lot-
become
media these
slightly
days is very
unbiased.
sick. Everybody's
They've
got
been able
a
to
red
say some
hat
nice things
or a
about
blue
Trump,
hat.
and they're getting
Everybody's
attacked.
Team Dem, Team Republican. I'm here to tell you, the only team in this country,
Yeah,
the only
it
color
is
that
now
matters is green.
real life now.
They're all
Absolutely.
corrupt. The Republicans are right now, frankly, fascist, but the Democrats, in my opinion, enabled this insanity by offering neoliberal crumbs for 40 years.
Yeah,
That
Republicans
might tick off
running
some viewers,
in
but I'm gonna
places
tell you the
like
truth. This is not a
California
safe
and
space
New York,
for
it's
Democrats
tough.
or
They
Republicans.
usually don't get a lot of support
So,
from these
Smash
people
that
that
like
are
button,
in
share this
politics
live
because
stream. We're still
they're
moving.
considered
Oh,
no-win
that's funny.
situations.
Look at this
So
sign.
don't like dumping
Hands
money
off
into
Perth.
these people. But
Oh, that's
Steve
you?
Hilton over here in
That's a
California
great reminder.
is actually the
Because I
front
think
runner.
so
He's a
many
Republican.
things have been
And we had
normalized.
Katy Perry
The
was the
President
front
of the
runner.
United States has
Katy
been
Perry,
credibly
she's
accused by at least
Katie
20
Porter.
women.
And
of
then she
sexual
that
assault
that
or
video came out
sexual
that she's a
harassment.
bitch
He's
and
on
how she
tape.
treats her
He's on
employees,
tape with
how
the
she
Access
cusses out and
Hollywood
stuff, and it
saying,
really
"I
just dropped her
grabbed them
down
by
big
the
time.
pee."
And so there might
And when he
actually
was
be a Republican
called out on
who
that,
can
he
win
just
in
said, "Ah, that's
California.
just locker room
People just
talk."
need to get behind him.
I don't know. If a Democrat was accused by 5 to 10 women, it would be a goddamn call for imprisoning. But the president has been credibly accused. The president has been credibly accused by upwards of 20 women, and nothing has happened.
That was in
Just throwing that out
2016.
there.
All these women
And
came out of the
the
blue
president, by the
accusing him
way.
of a sexual
There was
assault.
a
What the charges
Republican,
were, like, he touched
in
my arm,
Congress last week,
his hand was
literally
on
with a
my
flag
knee,
behind him with a
his
swastika
elbow
on it.
touched my breast, and then
Did you
the
see that?
judge
There was a
canceled
Republican
all
with a
of those court
swastika on his
cases at
leg,
one
and he
time.
said, "Oh,
When word got
my
out that
office must
all
have been
of
broken
the
into.
mortgages
That's
got
not
paid,
mine."
the
Okay.
judge said no and canceled
Just
all
saying,
those
these are very
court
troubling
cases.
times. All right. You see the signs here? Because we love America, no kings, no president should punish cities for democracy.
Trump doesn't have to sexually
Hey,
attack
man.
anybody. Good Lord, man. You know
Can
how
I
many
ask
people
you
are just
about your
giving up
sign
to
there?
him freely? Jeez.
No president should punish cities for democracy. Are you referring to that they're going after funds in democratic cities?
Yes. Yes, that is right.
Tell me more about what brought you out here and why you're against that.
You don't want to talk to me.
Okay, that's fine.
Because she don't know why she's there.
You can,
when you hear crap like
cuss.
that, they don't know
I'd
the
love to
ass
hear
from
your
honing it.
opinions. All right, she don't want to talk. What she's referring to there, what she's
Now, where the
referring to,
Democrats
which
are
is also illegal, by the way.
panicking big
What
time
Trump
right
is
now
doing
is
illegal.
that
They're
Supreme
literally,
Court case.
as part of this government shutdown,
Democrats for
withholding
decades have been
funds
rigging
from Democratic
elections by
cities.
doing
To be
gerrymandering
clear,
based on
the
race
president
and
doesn't
give
have the
themselves
power.
way more seats.
You know, the term
Well, the
king,
Supreme Court
there's
just
a
finally
reason
turned
they
that
call him
over.
king. The
So they're
president
going to
doesn't
lose
have the
somewhere
power
close to
cancel
40
funds that
seats, and
Congress
they're going
already
to go
allocated.
Republican. That's a
Congress
huge swing, man.
allocates
That's a
funds,
huge
not the
swing.
president. Somehow,
Yeah, they say
I
coup.
mean, we have covered it over and over. They're doing illegal things every hour.
What do they call a
Not
president
just
who's
every
brain
day,
dead,
every hour
running the
they're doing
country,
illegal things.
and people are
They're
running it by
illegally canceling
auto-pin
funds and programs to
and pushing
Democratic cities.
policies
They're illegally
that are
disobeying
anti-American?
rulings of
That's a
judges.
coup. What do you call a group
A
of people
Chicago
who
judge
lie
ruled-
about
a
Trump's
Chicago
being
judge
in
ruled
cahoots
that
with the
Border
Russian
Patrol and
people,
ICE had to stop
and Obama
tear
is running
gassing
this?
and
That's a
shooting at
coup.
protesters and
The intelligence
journalists.
agency
And
is
what did
trying
they
to
do?
get Trump thrown out of
The next
office.
day, they
That's
went
a
into
coup. You know
Hispanic
what I mean?
neighborhood and shot at and tear gassed the whole community. And what did the judge do? Normally in America, when you disobey a judge's order, there's something called holding
Look how
them in
ridiculous these
contempt.
posters are.
Oh, here we go. ICE isn't law, it's terror. Operating outside the bounds of justice, raiding homes without warrants or cause, pointing guns at unarmed civilians, killing people with immunity. They did kill a gentleman a couple weeks ago. Tell me
Well,
about
they
your
say
sign
no warrants.
specifically
They
about
don't
ICE.
have to have a warrant.
Let it out.
Oh, I'm the worst speaking on camera. I just think it's horrible what they're doing. It's against the law. They think they're above the law and they can do anything they want. They're just bullies.
I like how they
Above the
speak
law.
in
Speaking
generalisms.
of above the
They
law,
don't tell you specifically in
President Trump a few weeks ago
details.
said,
But
I'm
they
the
don't know.
president, I could do whatever
They
I
only
want.
know
He literally said that.
lamestream
Do you
media
feel
talking
like
points.
What we're seeing and this illegality could even get worse.
Absolutely. It seems like he owns a lot of people and they'll do whatever they want.
Owns a lot of people. What is this guy? A slave owner?
Okay. Now you could now go to them. Thank you.
What's her name?
Again,
I challenge
very
you?
not very many people
Can I
under the age
Nope.
of 65.
All right. Oh, this is not normal. Gag is watching. So I think this sign says it all. Can I talk to you, ma'am? Tell me about the sign. What brought you out here?
Well, we're here to fight fascism, and we want to go back to having a real country with real people who are not a bunch of sociopathic fascists who are trying to take away our rights. We're here to just express ourselves.
What rights are
and
being
say
taken
we
away?
want
That's what gets
democracy.
me.
You
What
mentioned
rights are being taken away?
sociopaths. You know what
Can anybody
troubles
tell me what rights
the-
is Trump
the
taking away?
president has this guy next to him all the time, Stephen Miller.
Oh, yeah.
People have compared him to Joseph Goebbels.
Of course they
he-
do, because Stephen Miller
Comparison, I
kicks
would say.
ass.
Tell me about the sociopath term. Do you feel like Trump and the people around him are sociopaths?
Absolutely. I mean, anybody who thinks it's okay to put little children, separate them from their parents, handcuff them half naked, just
Look how
treat
dramatic.
people like
What about
beasts,
people get busted for
that's not
drugs?
normal.
What about domestic
That is
violence? What about
fascism,
parents
that's that's
who
being
get
a
arrested by the
sociopath.
cops
It's cruel,
with
it's
their
sick.
children? They get
And
separated.
we can't
It's the
stand
same
for
thing.
that. Enough of this stuff.
And another thing that really troubles me, because you have the swastika
Yeah,
here. I mean,
The Biden
dictators,
administration
autocrats,
easily
fascists,
was
they
worse
cancel elections.
just because he's a brain dead
They're
mush
going
head.
to. There's
And
no bottom.
so
there is
what we
nothing
know is
that
exactly
they
who
will
was
not
running the
do,
government,
and it comes
but we
down
know it
to
was ran
we,
by
the
Otto
people,
Penn.
we are
And
the
then
ones
before
that are
that,
gonna
definitely
stop
was
this.
Obama.
We have to vote. We have to do everything possible, and don't give in and just stay courageous, because there is no
Mr. Ron
reason
Cabbage,
for
that or
the
patchouli?
majority of people to put
How much
up
you want to
with
bet it
this
smells like
idiot,
patchouli there, big time?
cruel, sick way of living. We want to have life. We want to have light. We don't want to have death and
Yeah,
destruction.
it is a lot of
Who
stupid
does this
people in one
help?
place.
A
That's why I
few
called the I Hate
billionaires.
America tour.
Well, they can go to
I Hate
hell.
America march.
Right, and may I add, Trump is a tool. He is a tool for Thiel and for Putin, and
See, they still think that
and that is really
they don't know about the fact
sad
that
part
that
of
whole
this,
thing about being
is
connected to
that the
Putin
American
was a
people
lie.
deserve better.
It was a
And
coup
we will
attempt.
fight for
Actually, it
our
worked
rights.
because they actually kept Trump from being in office in
No
2020.
way. And if you look at the crowd here, there are hundreds of thousands of beautiful people. Look
Yeah,
at the
over 100.
artistry,
Beautiful.
the creativity, the beauty.
Hundreds
That's
of beautiful
what life
people.
Is about. It's not
If
about
you are
putting
geriatrics.
children in cages and ripping them from their mothers. And
What
throwing their
cages? That
hardworking
was the
parents in
Obama
jail.
administration.
That's just
There are no kids in
sociopathic,
cages.
Sick garbage.
And don't forget about the environment. How he's destroying the environment so that the billionaires can make more money.
I just want to read
Yeah,
something
the
to you real
billionaires,
quick and
they're
get your
so
thoughts,
hurting
'cause I
for money
think
that
this is
they
being
need to
lost
make
and
more
the
money.
media's not talking about it.
What are you talking about?
Right now, the
What
bottom
environment's being
60%
destroyed?
of U.S. households don't make enough money to afford a minimal quality of life.
Yeah, I know. Most of them are being busted
late
in
rental
for
payments
New
are
York
skyrocketing.
and Washington, D.C. is
There's
another
a
place.
surge of Americans living in RVs. U.S. homelessness hit a record high. I could keep going.
Yeah,
We
but
were
that, okay,
driving here
Trump just
on
took
the-
over.
right
All
here
that
in
happened
New
under the
York,
Biden
there was
administration.
an entire family living on the street as we're driving. Now, this is not human, and to have so many trillionaires just getting more and more of
Trillionaires.
everything, there is no need. There is absolutely no need for the earth to be in this condition. And it's these few people. They have to be stopped, and we're in the majority, and we will stop them.
What's
You
your
won't stop him.
New
Trump
bill,
not only
I think,
won
what they want
the
to
electoral
open the government
votes,
with, if they
but the
end up
popular
signing
votes
it,
as
it's
well.
only gonna
And
get
his
worse
popularity
for that
continues to
bottom
skyrocket.
60% because healthcare.
You would
is
hear
going
this
to
and go, Trump's
skyrocket.
popularity
We're
must be
gonna
really
lose
low. No,
healthcare.
it keeps climbing.
Um,
Where the Democrats
all the
keep sinking.
prices are going to go up.
What's your message to MAGA? Because a lot of them are having their health care gutted. A lot of them, their grocery prices. I mean,
We don't want
Hopefully
the we don't want the
hopefully
Obamacare.
they'll
You don't want it.
realize
It's socialist
that they were
medicine.
wrong and will
We don't realize.
they were on the
Is that
wrong
right? I
side
don't think they
of
realize
history.
they're wrong.
last question. Do you feel like the Democratic Party is doing enough to stop this?
I think the Democratic Party could do more, and I would like the leadership to be stronger. There are some people that are really doing the best.
Yeah.
The more we push, the more they will do, and I would like.
Nobody's
to see
scared of
even
you
more
guys. You're
people
over
coming out,
65 years old. What
average
kind of
people.
damage could you
It's
do?
happening now. I'd like to see it even more, and then we will be able to, get to that breaking
I think we're
point
going to see
where
things
we
turn
can
ugly as
get
we
these
get towards the
monsters
evening.
out
Then
of
things will get
office.
crazy
What's your name?
because that's when you're going to see
Baron
Antifa come in.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. That's so. I wanna remind you about something. Hey, you know what? I'm not even gonna be humble. I'm gonna brag for a second. There are other media outlets out here. You know where they are? In a press area. They're not actually in the crowd. What's that about? Why the fuck would you come to cover this and hang out in a press area so you could get footage? I don't see any other media actually talking to the people. That's why it's so important to be on the ground. We're not on the ground.
That's why mainstream media is losing so much of their ratings, is because people are tuning into YouTube and looking at citizen journalists more than they are listening to the mainstream media, because they'll tell you the truth for the most part.
Not as profitable to be out here with the people. It costs a lot of money for a cameraman, a producer, me, our editor, travel costs.
He does all his shit by himself, editing and everything. I'm sure you guys can tell.
The voice of women like her on camera, because you're not going to see her voice on CNN. You're not going to see her. You'll see overpaid blowhards, gas bags on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, CBS, ABC. You're not going to get the voice of the American people. You're not going to get the voice of...
That's not the voice of American people.
The only times these channels have real people is when they do focus groups.
This is the I Hate America marching tour.
Halls where they screen
65 years and older.
I've never done a pre-interview in my life. This is all organic. So that's why we're on the ground. We're trying to give the microphone back to the people because we've had
this shit is so silly. Can't help it.
Hijacked the media in this country for 40 years. The days of Walter Cronkite are over, folks.
Oh, there's no doubt that. No doubt about that.
6 multi-billion-dollar corporations own.
There you go. That's
all
what
of
you're
the
up
media
against,
in this
people.
country. And now all the social media platforms are being hijacked by fucking sociopaths like Elon Musk. You go on Twitter lately?
Yeah,
It's like
thank
4chan.
God Elon Musk bought Twitter
all right-
and brought
it's a
back
right-wing
free
cesspool.
speech, because God only
Mark
knows
Zuckerberg
where
was
the
standing
hell we
behind
would be
Trump,
today.
cradling his
Seriously.
balls at the inauguration. We have big tech outlets competing. For
One
who
Mexican
can
or one
suck
black
off
person.
Trump more. I'm
Nah,
sorry to be
that's
crass,
usually
but
the
that's what's
Democrats
going
for you.
on.
We don't see
And the
them
media
very
won't
much,
tell you
but
this because they're neutral.
and here's
I'm
the thing.
sorry, I don't think you
This
should be
is in
neutral
New
to
York, you
fascism.
guys. How many minorities do you
I
see
really
out
don't
there?
think that's journalism.
I agree.
I just
How
think
many of
that's
them do you see?
stenography. So I'm here to tell you, because there's a lot of media
That's
out
because
there that
Trump cleared them all
they
out.
put on the red hat and they're Republican and they're MAGA, and there's a lot of media that put on the blue hat and pretend that the Democratic Party is some wonderful opposition force. I'm here to tell you, there's only one party in America, the Green Party, not Jill
Green
Stein's
Party?
the Money Party. The only color that matters is green. They're all corrupt. It's just that the Republicans are
Dude, you're gonna have to
fascist
move
and
out of the way
corrupt,
of the old
and the
people before you
Democrats are
start
more just
tripping them.
corporate horse.
Oh, look,
If
some
you don't like that
semi-young
message,
people.
okay.
There's a
Then I'm
kid.
here to just tell you the truth.
He's not there
So
by
support us
choice.
if you can.
They forced him to go.
standupfood.com/join. And I want to also make a point, because there's a lot of people out here protesting that might not know because the media hasn't told you so.
Hey, look, there's a
You know
black
that
person.
Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water 11 years later? You know that Flint, Michigan does not have clean water 11 years later?
I agree with
Because
this. What he's
government
talking about,
basically
I'm
is
surprised.
creating
During
more and
Trump's
more
first term,
corporate
he didn't fix
sacrifice
it.
zones
And it's
where
still
people
not
get
fixed
poisoned.
today.
It's not just Flint.
So I'll
East
agree with
Palestine,
the
Ohio,
issue that he
Conyers,
has there.
Georgia, Jackson, Mississippi, East Chicago, Indiana. We've covered a lot of them.
Oh, look, there's more
Where
minorities.
is the
Look,
media
look, look.
covering
Catch
that
it.
water in
You guys are
America
going to come
is
by real quick. You might miss them.
with lead, arsenic, PFAS, chromium?
Probably tourists.
Where is the
There are
media?
tourists coming by
Where's the
going,
media
am I
that
supposed to be
we
here? What
have-
did I just
we
walk
have
into?
Native
Can you imagine if you're coming
Americans
from another
being detained
country,
by
you land
ICE?
here, and this is
Native
what you see
Americans
for your
are
first
more
time?
American than you or I, and they have been detained by ICE. Where is
Go
the
home and tell
media
people, man,
reporting
New
that
York
there
was
are
so
workers
popular.
in
There's so many
Amazon
people
being
walking around. It was
carted
hard to get
on
around.
stretchers because the world's second wealthiest corporation, $1 trillion corporation, cannot be bothered to provide central air conditioning. We have covered that. There are workers being carted off on stretchers because it is so hot in Amazon. So if you're getting your yoga mat in 2 hours, that's how you're getting it. I could go on. I could go on for 3 hours.
Amazon
telling you
mostly
what's
ran
wrong
by
with America
robots. I
because
don't
the
know how
media-
much air
And let me be
conditioning
clear,
they
it's not
need.
just the corporate media that's not telling you. We have a lot of, what do they call that? The manosphere? Joe Rogan.
I mean, look at what's on
Elon,
his
all these
microphone with his
podcasting
jacket.
bros
Coup.
Who are somehow very popular. They're not telling
Hey,
you.
don't
most of
knock over
this
the
either.
old dude. Come on,
They
watch your
probably
elbows.
don't know. Love that. Turkey over there. So, bottom line, we're not just
So
here
we're close to
cover,
Halloween. This looks more like a
fascism.
zombie
We're
march
here
than
to
anything
tell
else.
you, there's kind of been this quiet crisis in America even before Trump. How do you think Trump got in office? Because not everyone that voted for Trump is MAGA. There was a lot of independent voters that voted for Trump.
That's right.
Why? because the prices are too damn high. Why are the prices too damn high? Because the government has literally been sold to corporations for 50 years.
Oh yeah, is that what it is?
Sorry to get on my soapbox, but you get the point. Statuscoup.com/join. If you want more on-the-ground reporting, hearing from the people, you can support us for as low as $5 a month. I'm not good at math, but I did the math on this. $5 a month equals 16 cents a day. There's a lot of people out there that are hurting and cannot afford 16 cents a day, and to you I say that's no problem. No shame.
Well, I'm glad to
If
be
you
on.
can't- if
Thank
can't
you.
Help us with funding.
Appreciate it.
Press the like button. Share
It's
this
been a
live
stressful
stream,
couple of days,
leave a
so
comment, spread
happy
the
to
word,
actually be able
tell
to
your
relax
friends,
and
tell your
watch
mother,
this. I know
tell
it
your
sounds
dog,
crazy, but
hit
relax
that
and watch
subscribe
this.
button. But if you can support us, I'm talking as low as $5 a month. You'd be surprised. We start stacking on those memberships, $5 a month, $10 a month. We could be on the ground a lot more. And we need to be, because frankly, Trump is talking about invading multiple cities, and he's talking about
Invading
invoking
multiple
the,
cities.
The insurrection.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were
which would
saying that
allow the military
Trump
to
is
basically go all over
invading
the place,
our
policing
cities
America.
in the United States. Does that make sense?
Statuscoup.com/join. All right.
Yeah, paid protesters. A lot of them, man. There's a lot of them. They
There
should
you
have paid
have-
for some younger
Is
ones.
that the Mexican flag?
Thanks. Really, dude,
Let's-
this Palestine fan.
I got sunglasses on.
You idiot, man.
Oh.
I'm not sure what flag that is.
Michelle,
And
you know
yeah,
what flag
you can
that-
thank Trump for peace
You know
in the
what flag
Middle
that is?
East. The end of the
Palestinian
Israel-Palestine
I-
war.
I sound stupid.
I should say
So that's
Hamas
the
war.
Palestinian flag there. We shouldn't forget.
You know, it's funny
that
watching all
Trump
these idiots
also,
protest in
like
favor
Biden,
of Hamas, the
helped
terrorist
instill
group.
a genocide.
March for the Palestine people, not Hamas. Oh, there's some of the Antifa people. There's not very many of these kind of
I should tell you, we have about
pro-Hamas
5,000 people
protests
watching
anymore.
live.
Trump ruined it all for them.
Over 5,000 people watching live. So smash that like button. Share this live stream. To remind you, we're in New York City in Times Square. There are 2,500 protests happening all over the country and the world. There are protests today in the Virgin Islands. There are protests today in Mexico, in
Well, it's
Canada,
to take
in
your old
Africa,
people for a
and
walk
in
day is
Europe,
what it is.
under no kings. And you know what I think, Ty? You know what would be a beautiful thing? Just imagine. You got probably
Yeah, our
a couple
tax dollars
million
are
people
funding
are
a
gonna
lot
be
of
out
this.
today
They're
in
funding
America.
that out.
Just imagine
Trump
if
is
even
doing something about it.
1/10 of those couple million.
As you can see, the Democrats
took an
don't have a
economic
lot
action.
of chances just
Just
because
imagine
their
if even
money line was cut off with
1/10,
USAID.
Even a quarter of the
A
people
lot
that
of these
protested
NGOs
today
are getting caught.
organized
Their
to
funding is being
economically
drying.
boycott
Their funding is
fascism
drying up.
and
It's
capitalism.
just funny to watch. They're damn
That
near
would
bankrupt,
really,
the Democratic
really
Party.
threaten the powerful. We'll get to that.
Well, it's
another
an
time.
insurrection if it starts getting violent, that's for sure. Like we're seeing in
Signed the
Portland.
petition, AIPAC out, referring to the Israeli lobby, AIPAC, which is
You like the
one
gas
of the worst
prices?
of the
Well,
worst
unfortunately,
buying off
we're stuck over in
politicians.
commie California.
AIPAC
They
has
ready for this?
put
Gavin Newsom
millions and millions
flat
and
more
millions of
taxes
dollars
on our
into
gas.
Republican
Yeah,
politicians,
I'm not even
Democratic
kidding.
politicians, to basically stand by
Because their money's being
as the
cut off. They need to
genocide
find
occurs
ways to
in
raise it
Israel.
somewhere.
Okay, in Gaza, excuse me. Make America broke again, referring to Trump. He's doing his best. I think the devil's up there. Is that the devil's costume? Yes. So we got the devil over there on a street corner. Do you mind if I interview you? So, time to go. You know where? We got Trump's
left
head,
California
the
4
dollar
years ago?
sign,
Yeah, I'm
and
about
of
to do
course
it
the
myself,
devil's head.
actually.
Tell me about
Texas
what
is
made
looking
you the
real
devil.
good, I have to be honest.
So listen, I'm very equal opportunity. I sort of protest against the billionaire class, whether it's Democrat or Republican. So I think that's important. But in this case, I mean, I think, you know, all Americans and everybody around the world, they want Trump to really release the Epstein files. You know, the United States has the largest.
No, they
child
don't.
sex
Trust me, they
trafficking
don't. I
operation
really
in the
feel like
world.
this is a trap
So he
by
needs to
Trump.
actually come
I
clean
really
and do
do.
that. But besides that, it's like
See,
our
what these people don't
politicians are
understand is this. I want you to
billionaires.
think about this.
You know, there's all this surveillance happening.
Trump has already
Britain
served
is
one
dealing
term.
with a digital ID.
This the next term
that
is
will
now
leak
in his
all
second
of our
term.
private information
So over the
and
past
enslave
10
us.
years, 9 years, 10
So
years,
I think it's really important to come out
with
whether
him
it's,
being attacked
you
by
know,
our intelligence
Democrat or
agencies
Republican,
and
but,
attacked by the
I mean,
Democrats and
regular,
attacked by
like
these left-wing
ordinary
wackos.
American working
If
people,
they had
we need a
anything on
voice,
Trump
and,
related
that's
to
important. That's
Jeffrey
why I'm
Epstein,
here.
it would have been released years ago.
You mentioned the
That's what these
Epstein
people don't
files.
understand. Just use your
It seems
common
very
sense. You know what I
evident to
mean?
me that
The
whenever this
Democrats
gets in the
had
news
all
and
the
becomes a big
information
deal,
under Biden.
Trump
That shit would have
kinda
came
does
out.
something, invades
Trump would have been
another-
busted.
invades
They
another-
don't have
There's
anything.
always a
Trump's name's
distraction.
mentioned in the
And I think
investigation. That's what they
everybody
say.
can get
His
behind
names
that
are mentioned
singular
like 400
issue is to
times in the
save
investigation.
children. I
So,
think it's so important. They actually can.
is there any
they
proof that
actually
he's
can
done
arrest
anything? Here's
people
my thing.
now.
If Trump's
But
done
Pam
something and
Bondi
there's
and
proof
Kash
in there,
Patel don't do
release it
that.
all.
So I think that's
Release
like,
it all.
That's on Trump. I mean,
Okay?
the buck stops,
And the
stops
public will
with
decide
him.
from
So,
there.
Yeah. So it's bad. We got to save the children. Yeah.
Trump, speaking of hell, Trump joked the other day that I don't know if I'm going to heaven. He has talked.
Going to hell. He's going to hell. Trump, you're going to hell. Repent. Repent. Listen, he is in such
The praying
a
president.
position
You know
to
that's
do
Trump's nickname in the White
really
House, the praying
amazing
president,
things
because
for
of how much he
people.
prays.
And he
And
does
here's what I
it.
love about
And,
his admin.
You know, I don't know what that's like.
His
What is that
admin
like to
pray
be owned by
every time before they do
billionaires?
something.
Like,
Pete, when
I
Pete
mean,
does
I
it,
almost feel lucky that, you know, nobody controls me.
what do you call
And I
Ice
just feel
Barbie?
like
Now, for whatever
I
reason,
wish
I'm
our
spacing everybody's name.
elected officials,
They
like
all
people
pray.
who
All of them do. They do it on
actually got
TV. They
in
don't
office,
care.
Like, you're not controlled, but it's really hard to get there. I ran for
The Biden
city
administration
council in
tried to
2021
stop churches,
in District 3 in Chelsea. And,
and
you
the
know,
Christians
my
are being
friends, they're all
attacked left
dancers
and right.
performers and
Not under
artists.
Trump.
Like, they don't have a lot of money, and really it's about the money, which is really unfortunate.
Now, just so you guys
Speaking of the
understand, this
money,
isn't just here in the United
I
States.
keep telling my
The
MAGA
No King's
parents,
March
who I
is
love,
around the world.
Trump's net
Tell me
worth
that's
has
not
gone up
organized and not
$3
paid for.
billion since he's been president because of his crypto scam. You have they're giving $40 billion to Argentina. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many corrupt things happening. He handed the government to Elon
No.
Musk after Elon Musk.
Trump
gave him
wants to
$300
make sure
billion.
BLA stays
Have you
in
ever seen
power.
this
That's
level of
why.
corruption?
I mean,
You guys are such a pro-Trump
there's a lot of
person, and we
corruption,
need more
honestly, on
pro-Trump
both
people.
sides.
The reason why this
On
march
both
is
sides of the
happening, guys,
aisle.
let's get something straight.
But
All these
I mean, I
pro-Trump
just think that
leaders or
we need
Trump-like
another
leaders
political
are
party.
winning
I think
elections
60%
in
of
landslides.
Americans are now independent.
And so the globalists
I
are,
think,
you know, they're
regular
scared.
people are
Their
really
whole
looking for
thing is
another
crashing in front of them.
alternative. And it's
And
hard. I
so
don't know what
they
the answer
try
is,
stupid
because, like, to
ass
run for
attacks
office,
like
you
this
need
here.
So much money, so
But that's really
there's
what it
like a
is. A
built-in
lot of
corruption
these
right then and
leaders
there.
around the
So-
world
But I think
are
like, it's
these
amazing
type
to
of
see so many
globalist
people
leaders
here,
are
and,
losing elections.
it's amazing
All
to
these
see
people
how
that allowed
people, you know,
illegals
really
to
wanna,
flood their
like, you know,
countries
not
isn't
just
just
take
here in the
back our
United States.
democracy, but
It's
also
everywhere.
all the money that
England,
goes to wars and
Scotland,
like
Ireland,
we need it here. We need it for our own people.
Denmark,
So-
Canada. They all
Lastly,
flooded their
even
countries
if you
with
get rid
illegal
of Trump,
aliens,
the only way
and
to
now
save
they're
democracy
suffering the
is to
repercussions
get
for
the
that.
money out. Is that not true?
Yeah, but also I think it's really interesting is I think we're also really, really propagandized by both sides of the aisle. So,
Yeah,
what
that's
I
the thing.
tried to do is I
Like
tried
you
to
say,
listen
just
to
having
more
your name on a
independent
list doesn't prove
reporters.
anything.
There's
But we got to be careful for
a
both
reporter
sides.
named
Here's what
Whitney
I mean.
Webb.
There's a
She
lot of
talks-
people being
she has this book
accused.
called One Nation
We can't
Under
assume that
Blackmail.
some people
And it's
are
really
bad
interesting
and other
about how
people are
all
not.
politicians are really
Show
blackmailed.
us the proof
And
for
that's how
anybody.
it's really
Show us the
done.
proof.
So there's a really
They have
sinister sort of
tapes, you guys,
evil
of some of the crap that these guys are
world,
doing.
underbelly
Those are
of
the people that we
politics
want.
that, you know,
Those are the people we
I
want to see
I
go to
down
jail.
the rabbit hole all the time, so I read about it, and you know, I don't know what to do. Sometimes I just pray.
You don't know what to do, but sometimes you pray. Pray all the time.
A higher power to like save humanity.
What's your name?
God is saving humanity. Trust
I
me.
actually have a little protest organization called Revolution is Sexy. Sometimes I have people with me, so we protest, and we're dancers and figure skaters, and we're just trying to make
Yeah,
the world
proof
a
or
better
wrong,
place.
dude. I'm so tired of
Thank you so much.
guessing who the bad people
They got a lot
are,
of characters.
assuming who the
Got a
bad
lot of
people are.
characters out in
You know
New
what I
York
mean?
City.
The Clintons are
And she ran
bad.
for
The
city
so-and-so is
council,
bad.
so,
You
maybe
forget
if she
it. We
runs
don't want to
again
assume
as the
anymore.
devil,
Forget
she might-
accusing
she might
people.
win.
Show
All
us,
right.
tell
So
us for
we're still
sure
moving
who
here.
the for sure
You see
people
no
are.
Kings balloons.
and then go
By the
after
way,
them and throw
if
their
you're
ass in jail.
Not familiar with New York City. I mean, this is kind of like ground zero for
Here's
New
a
York
big problem
City.
about
they
that.
call this
And that is
area
this.
the crossroads
A lot of those
the
people
world. This is where they
that
do the New
we're
Year's
hearing
Eve
about that
ball
could be under
drop.
this. You understand if we
It's
go after
also,
them,
in my
this
opinion, the dome of
totally
capitalism,
crashes
which is not such a great
the
thing.
economy worldwide, man. Because
but
a lot of these guys are huge.
I can't see that far
billionaires,
down, but
and
I'm going to guess there's probably,
if they go to jail, man, their companies crash.
when
It
it's
could
all
be
said
really
and done,
weird.
probably
Economy
10 to
could really
20,000
crash.
people protesting.
That's
here
no
in New
excuse to
York
keep them
City.
out. I say screw them.
So,
Fuck them. Throw them in jail.
that is cool. We're on YouTube.
Let them
Check
rot.
this out.
I don't care how much
Absolutely.
money they got.
So, let me take a you want some water?
Don't lie. It's not water.
Okay. All right. So, no kings. Make lying wrong again. We've seen a couple signs about lying.
Look how
this is
ironic
very
it is
interesting.
that they accuse Trump of what
all
they
right, I wanted to
actually
show the
did.
dancing over there,
You know what I
but-
mean? They went after Trump. They
We
went
got,
after their political opponents. He's not
We got a
censoring
little
nobody.
Epstein dancer
Jimmy
over there.
Kimmel's
And let me see if
ratings
my phone's
suck
working.
so
I'd like
bad.
to see how many
Late night
people are
show.
watching. 6,000.
Late night
Holy
television
cow.
sucks so bad that the
Smash that like
ratings
button,
are
share this
just,
live
they
stream.
don't exist anymore.
Super chats are
And these people have been
appreciated.
fired.
And
It has
again,
nothing to do with
support
Trump.
us.
Trump can't fire
like
people.
I said, we're going to have our reporter, JT Siskowski, is going to be from a protest in Omaha, Nebraska. And we might be live from LA later. I'm not sure. We're working that out. So, man, you got to love these costumes out here. Is that a big, is that a teddy bear? I think so.
Yeah, I love the costumes, even though he
So let
doesn't
me show
know
you
what's
this
going
over
on.
here once we fix the audio. 1 2 1 2. Tommy Taifi. We're good. So
You guys want to switch over and see
let me show
another
you over
channel
here
with
what's going
protests on it?
Only in New York City, you'll see this kind of
I'll switch over.
artistry.
41 likes, 40 people in viewing. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to another protest. Hold on. Hang tight. It's going to go black screen for a little bit. Just hang tight. There you go, a little bit different. Yes, it's funny you should say that. So Trump was king, and not only that, if Trump was a dictator, you know what I mean? Do you think these people would be able to talk the way they do? No, they'd be dead. He's a terrible dictator. He's a terrible king. I've never seen any king or a dictator allow people to talk about him the way these people do and get away with it. So this is no different than the Pussy Hat March way back in the day, you guys. I'm surprised there is a bunch of pink caps going on right now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait till nightfall. This could be different then. It'll be a lot more violent. Antifa, I'm sure, is just itching to get out there. Again, this is why I call it the I Hate America 65 years or older march. Nightfall is definitely going to be interesting. Hey, John, you make a good point. Here's the thing that always gets me. That's the Democrats and the people on the left. They always bitch about what Trump does, but do they ever offer an alternative? Anything successful? No, they don't. Because they don't have anything. They don't have any ideas. For the past 8 years, all we heard is, we hate Trump, and bitch about what he does, but don't have any solutions whatsoever. The Democratic Party's dead. And that's why these globalists are panicking. They're pushing for a civil war here in the United States. And I mean, they're pushing hard. But yeah, these marches right now are going on around the world. And it's because the globalists just lost 2 more leaders in elections. And they know they're about to lose more. The whole globalist agenda is just crashing. Well, a lot of these people you find out don't know any better just because of where they get their news from. They're only one sourced and they believe the lies. John, you're right. You have a good one. Thank you for stopping by.
I'll be right back. Okay.
I swear a lot of these people think it's a parade. Too bad this wasn't more of a Mardi Gras style. Yeah, this is how protests should be, guys. I agree. I agree. Peaceful. Fine, go out there and say what you want to say. That's your First Amendment right. Absolutely. It's when the violence starts happening and they start burning up places and destroying them. It's when it gets out of hand. But right now, it's the quiet before the storm. Yeah, that cop car ain't going nowhere, man. It's stuck right in the middle. There's a few of them. If they don't get the hell out of there later on when it becomes violent, they're going to burn those cars down big time. You should see the exodus happening in New York. There's a lot of rich people getting out of there. Rich white people.
The documentation or the status that we carry or the faith that we witness to or the people that we love or the places that we come from, because our God knows the places that we are going. Our God is not concerned about where we came from.
Oh, you can't see church leaders go up here. Church leaders cannot be up here spouting out against Trump, considering all things he's done, and the fact that they call Trump the praying president. They were preaching against Charlie Kirk. What's that tell you? This is a guy who's probably brought more people to Christianity outside of Jesus himself. You know what I mean?
From Bishop Desmond Tutu in South Africa, who stood for decades against
God wins every time. Yeah, that's why Trump is where he is. I can tell you that right now. Trump could not have got there without God.
In the eye with the principle that we call the Sawubona principle. The Sawubona principle means I see you. And right now, I encourage
the age, definitely the ages of the crowd will change as we get closer to the evening.
Use your eyes. Look to your left. You don't have to say a word. Look to your right. Embrace that loved one that's there with your eyes and show them even now as we gather.
Use your eyes. Do your own research. Stop letting people tell you what the hell to think. When people start doing their own research is when they convert to love Trump.
Who can see each other.
Instead of just letting people tell them how to think, and you do your own research is when they wake up.
A people who can see each other cannot unsee it when our babies are being pulled out of cars on their way to be dropped off at school.
But not worried about the babies that are being pulled out of vaginas to be murdered.
ICE agents pulling up in our city and cities around the country. A people who can see each other cannot unsee wickedness and spiritual wickedness in high places. Somewhere I read.
Don't break the law. Don't be here illegally.
That a people who see each other cannot unsee vile hypocrisy in the land. But a people
we see tons of hypocrisy coming from the left. I mean, tons of it.
Will collectively say
they're worried about the babies, but support abortion. Does that make sense? You talk about women's rights, but support women being in, or support men in girls' bathrooms.
To the
and support trans men playing in women's sports. Does that make sense? They're a walking contradiction.
Saying with me, saying with you, saying with people gathered all across this country today, to say that because I see my neighbor, we will not bow. Because I love my neighbor, we will not bow. Because I will protect my neighbor, we will not bow.
What do you guys say? Switch back to the other one here? Is that what you're saying? Okay. I'll go back because this gets annoying. Hold on. The screen's beat black for a second. Give me a second.
On it. He claimed that, oh, somebody broke into my office, whatever. We've seen that Republicans kind of have dodged questions about some of these right-wing groups that
There you
have,
go.
you know, militiamen.
Militiaman. Did you listen to the
Do
Dinar?
you think that we're kind of stepping into that dangerous area?
I think it's been here for a long time, and Trump has just given us permission to put it in the forefront. And then we need to, so now that it's in the forefront, let's address it and let's get rid of it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Woo, it's getting hot out here. Let me tell you. It's getting hot out here. We got Love Melts Ice. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. See that sign there? You should be proud of your kid there. Love Melts Ice. Children are out here. Older folks are out here.
Tons of older folks are out there.
And I will say, I just want to be clear, because this is not the first protest against Trump. We've covered a lot of the protests across the country, including protests with veterans. We have met a lot of conservatives who are protesting too. So I don't want you to think it's just, you know, NPR viewers here or
that is funny. Even he's addressing that these people are old. NPR
there are
viewers.
I wouldn't say, you know, a huge amount, but there are conservatives who voted for Trump either in 2016.
There are Democrats that voted for Trump
and have turned against
that
this
are
kind of
still
fascism.
supporting Trump.
There are
independents that supported Trump.
Independents who are not MAGA that voted for him because they said, whatever, I don't like him, but we need prices to be lower. That are against what he's doing. They didn't vote for him to send in the stormtroopers to Chicago and terrorize immigrants and U.S. citizens. They
These
didn't
people
vote for
are
him to send
stretching
in the
it. They have
National Guard to
no
DC.
idea how
They're
many
literally
violent
standing around
criminals
holding their
have been
dicks.
removed out of this country.
We covered
how many
what they're doing in
children,
DC.
over
We have
5,000
footage of
children
the
have been
military
saved
literally
from
holding the
children's
railing at
trafficking
Union Station because
during
there's
these
nothing going on.
raids. You know what I
have
mean?
footage
They're
of
talking
them
about, what
literally
about the
talking
children?
about
Save
what
the
are they gonna
children. And
order
he
for lunch
does,
'cause
and
there's
they
nothing
still
going
bitch
on.
about it.
You want it, the Republicans
They
are
want
talking
the
about
children
waste,
saved,
fraud, and
but not the
abuse.
way Trump is doing
Trump
it.
is spending so much money on just dystopian theater to kind of create this, I don't know, like Call of Duty on the streets of America.
Call of
All
Duty. They're
to go after
so
immigrants.
dramatic.
And by the way, I just want to make a point which is very important.
Like how they say, if
You
the
notice
Obamacare gets
some of
canceled,
Trump's
millions of
donors have
people are
been
going to die. They
complaining
do that all the time. They're so dramatic.
because
Millions
their
of people are going to die.
companies are being
With this
affected
business, or
because
with
their
the
workers
government
will
shutdown,
not come to
millions
work
of people are going to die.
because their workers are farmers.
If we cut
Their
off the aid to
workers are laborers who
USAID,
might be
millions,
immigrants,
hundreds of millions
and
of
they
people are going to
scared
die.
to come to work.
If all the people
So their
actually
donors'
died that they
bottom lines
claim
are
are
being
going to die,
affected.
there
So
wouldn't be
then
much
Trump
of a
said,
world
well,
population.
maybe we'll make a carve out. Trump said maybe we'll make a carve out where we'll only go after some immigrants, but we'll leave the workers alone. Well, I thought this was about criminal immigrants. I thought this was about
No, it's
the
like
bad
criminal
hombres, as he
immigrants.
says
It's
it.
criminal
I
aliens.
thought it was about going after the gangs and the cartels and the drug dealers. Data and research have shown the most crime and violence in America is being perpetrated by right-wing nationalists. The most crime in America is being perpetrated by right-wing violence. That's not my opinion. That's the data. Here and there you have somebody that carries out violence that's more left-wing, and I condemn that too.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, we're good?
Change the battery.
All right. So should I tell the audience we'll be right back?
Yeah, you can just let them know. They watching it, so they should see the signal.
The voice isn't matching.
We're working out whatever tech issues.
The
so
video,
hang with us
that's
for a
why.
second. Hello.
Colin just called me and told me it was a signal.
Okay.
I'm just turned back.
Let's switch and see what else is on. There's just gonna be a lot of yelling. Let's see. Is he back? Let's see. Oh, there he goes. He's back.
We're good.
So, Colin, when it comes back on, if it's still out of sync, then we're gonna have to start the signal. So let me know. So go ahead and talk.
1 2 1 2. Oh, so as
What's going on, and then
yeah. So as I was saying, if you're new to Status Quo, this is
The
not
Million
our
Black
first
March,
rodeo.
Man
We have
March, ended up
covered
being a
several
million
big
person march.
protests
Yeah.
in D.C. against Trump beyond the No King's Day. We've covered a lot of veterans protests because the veterans have been very, very active under the second Trump administration. A lot of veterans are literally going around taking video of ICE
Johnny's
and
back,
Border
I see.
Patrol and National Guard as they wreak the terror.
Antifa has been attacking the federal buildings nonstop for the longest time. That's what the National Guard's there. That's all they can do is protect the federal buildings.
All right.
And when they do it with violent force. I've seen them do it. But you're being warned not to be around on their property, and Antifa keeps coming on their property.
Hey, I said we're independent. I didn't say we're perfect. We're having a little technical issue. We're going to shut down and we're gonna boot right back up. So just
There
come
you
right
go
back
again.
to the channel in a couple minutes. We'll be back up live.
Couple minutes? Okay.
Polish their shoes. Are you kidding me right now, man? Imagine the level of respect. You know what them journalists went through? Understand this. If the journalists ever called us to rally, who you think the troops gonna rally on? A Fox fake news host or a battle-hardened general who led us and got us back from combat?
What the hell is he talking about? It sounded like he almost said the two words you're not supposed to put together. The Jews. It is nice to see these people get out and get some exercise. You know what I mean? All right, look, we've already been on an hour, you guys. I'm gonna cut out for now. I'm gonna wait till later where it gets really good. Come join me again later on. I will be live again later on. I appreciate you guys being here now. But later on, when it's gonna get good, when it starts to get dark, that's when we want to tune in. All right. Anyways, I'm going for now. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll catch you later. I'm out.